Welcome to the channel, and today we're headed to Vegas on this one with Bad Meets Evil. Shady 15 had a couple of great tracks, and Vegas is certainly one of the standout songs on the Shady Records album, and sit tight because this is one long verse from Slim Shady with meanings and hints all over the place. And if you're a huge Eminem fan and you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to never miss a video. Eminem starts the verse, and this builds up from the beginning with rhymes that sound like a certain rapper's name, but I'm not about to ruin the fun now, and we'll save that for later. Bitch, show me the bitty titties again. We're in Sin City since when did we begin to get diggity? As you can see, Eminem starts the verse with a subtle warning of what's to come. This is Dark Slim Shady, and since we're in Vegas, whatever happens here stays here, but that didn't stop some from getting butthurt in real life when the verse came out. Of course, Eminem is not one to indulge with groupies, but since he's in Sin City at the moment, Eminem is in the mood for some action, and the more the merrier. Diggity bitch, you need to run and go get your biggity friends. I'm looking at your bum, stickity bum, hun. In this bar, Eminem is making use of the Das Effect style of rhyming, with words especially ending with iggity, and their song Mike Checker, for instance, contained the line I baggity bum in the first verse with several plays on that rhyme scheme, similar to how Eminem's verse starts and is filled with iggity rhymes. In addition, No Diggity in that bar is a reference to the song No Diggity by Backstreet that features Dr. Dre. Eminem then continues and plays on rhymes to state that he means business and would not tolerate bullshit. The start of that bar is a subtle reference at the song Jump by Criss Cross in the early 90s, and also the song Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. Return of the Mac, for instance, was remixed in 2016 by Nevada. And this is unintentional, of course, since Vegas released before this mix, but Las Vegas is a city in the state of Nevada. Talk about coincidence that adds to the mix. Eminem continues by stating that it's about to be an unbelievable night, and states, I'll call it surreal, so mix a lot taping. Hit the spot, my next victim up, pinky like I missed the spot shaving. Sar Mix-a-Lot in that bar is an American rapper and record producer, best known for his hit song Baby Got Back. And Eminem here is describing how he pays attention to details when picking his targets. He's so picky with his victims and compares this to literally picking hair strands when he misses a spot shaving. Eminem in the next bar states, Shots in that bar means a couple of things. For one, he's not going to buy her a drink, and Eminem is also stating that he's not going to give a shot at a relationship with her. Furthermore, he's not interested in helping her situation, since you take rabies shots or vaccines when you're at risk of being exposed to rabies, and bitch in that bar also implies female dogs, since you can contract rabies from dogs. In the next bars, Eminem states, Eminem here is pronouncing the words a certain way to give additional meaning. For one, this bar is pretty much stating that if he shows emotions like licking her, for instance, she'll be onto him, but there's more. Liquor and chase in that bar is a play on liquor and chase, and remember they're in Vegas, so poker also translates to poker, and this is also a play on liquor in the front, poker in the rear, which means a bar for drinks, and in the back is a poker room. This is also a slang for cunnilingus followed by anal sex. Eminem even expands on the dog reference in the next bars. What do you pick rap mix though? You just got fixed with shit and let's lick like. Pit in that bar is Pitbull and Rottweiler, and Eminem continues by implying that he doesn't have time for attitude, you're either down or you hit the high road. Eminem continues with wordplay that relates to female dogs and describes how they are currently at opposite ends of the spectrum. Heat in that bar is the stage in a female dog's reproductive cycle, during which she becomes receptive to mating with males, and Eminem uses this to describe how she's crazy for him right now, but while she's all emotional, is not into her, and in fact his feelings are the opposite of what she's feeling. The next few bars lead up to this. And here Eminem calls artists of different genres and different rap styles. For instance, Slipknot is a heavy metal band, and Park and Criss Cross are hip hop but served different targets. So Eminem here is stating that you don't have to be a fan for you to have fun in Vegas, and if you don't like the song, you can kick rocks but in flip-flops, which is bound to do some damage to your foot. When someone knocks on the door, it's typical to ask who is it to find out who's at the door, and Eminem plays on this referring to the song. Knock in That Bar is also a song that has heavy bass and sounds good, and Turn Up is also a play on the slang turn up, which means party time, and referring back to the door reference. When it knocks, you don't have to ask, you turn up because you know it's Eminem. Eminem is well aware that he's said some nasty things that should have gotten him killed, but Eminem is quite confident that he's not going anywhere unless he relapses and dies of an overdose, and he expands on this by stating, here Eminem plays on the saying shopping till you drop by replacing it with Joplin till I drop. And Joplin in That Bar was an American singer that died of an overdose at the height of her popularity at the age of 27 in 1970. The next bars that follow sees Eminem play on diseases that affected legends like Muhammad Ali and Robin Williams, that included Parkinson's in Ali's case and Lewy body dementia in Robin Williams' case, to describe how he's likely to continue with his crazy ways and keep at it till he's no longer able to function at old age. Eminem also adds, music is entertainment, and although his lyrics are considered controversial most of the time, as long as it's entertainment, Eminem is not stopping to explain himself to anyone. If this wasn't the case, then Slim Shady would certainly be the most infamous serial killer of all time, and will be serving at least a dozen life sentences for each album he's released so far, and this includes the number of MCs he's bodied so far. That should be against the law for sure, and in the next bars, Eminem hints at his brain damage, or in this case, dementia.
Wait, I just forgot what I was thinking. What's it called again? I'm blanking.
And Eminem on the song Brain Damage also did something similar. Eminem continues for the next few lines since he forgot what he was thinking and had to change topics to continue the verse, but as soon as he remembers, Eminem states, wait, I think I got it, okay bitch, I got you. And this was the bar Eminem meant to follow up with after he states, if they don't like it, got a knob that they can slob on until it's... Eminem, before he forgot his train of thought, was implying that until he chooses to end it, which is a metaphorical play on his career, haters can suck it, hence the Robin Williams hanging reference. Eminem is in the mood to get oral sex from the female, and the next few bars have wordplay that all connect to this, and because of his skills, the female is beginning to catch feelings, which is something Eminem has already stated earlier that he doesn't care for. And remember that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and Eminem adds this to describe how obvious her intentions are to trap him. Cobaina in That Bar is Eminem stressing on how it's clear. It's a no-brainer, and Cobaina in That Bar is a reference to Kurt Cobain's suicide. Cobain committed suicide with a shotgun, and his brain was splattered all over the place, hence no-brainer, implying no brains found in Cobain's suicide incident. Eminem gave it to her so good, but he's living by the code of hit it and quit it, and adds, it is quite common for other rappers to brag about buying hoes, condos, and property. But the only complex Eminem is giving after hitting is the emotional one. Complex in That Bar is the strong or disproportionate concern or anxiety about something, so in other words, after hitting, they end up having obsession about him. In the next bars, Eminem even adds that although we may be in the modern society of blurred gender roles, he's still old school, and to kick it with him, you must be able to cook or at least be able to make a sandwich. The next bars are a summary of Slim Shady's persona, and also a play on Eminem stating how he's so up there that he could pick up pop stars with childish and corny pickup lines and still end up successful. Slim Shady is never growing up, and Eminem plays on picking a booger as a pickup line for Kesha. This is used as a way of asking her out to go see a movie, also known as a flick, and he adds that he'll even let her pick the movie, but since his booger is also stating that he'll let her pick the booger from his nostrils, and adds this. Tricking that bar is Eminem stating that she's a tease, slut or hoe and that he'll have no problem picking her up, especially with those pickup lines, and is well aware of the age difference between him and Kesha. Slim Shady is well known to be quite unstable, and in the middle of picking up Kesha, he's back at it again with doing the unexpected.
Kick a pregnant bitch. Oops, I guess this shit took an unexpected twist, like the neck of the freaking exorcist.
Eminem at the end of that bar refers to the ending of the horror classic The Exorcist, when the exorcist commits suicide after luring the demon into his body by jumping out the window and broke his neck upon impact. In the next bars, we know Shady is spotting his signature look as he states, "I said this mask ain't for hockey." And Shady, just like Jason Voorhees from the film series Friday the 13th, spots a mask that looks like a hockey mask when he's about to go on a killing spree. Eminem then expresses his distaste for both the Versace brand and Versace's song by Migos, and used the flow of that song to state this and adds,
Hey Versace, Versace, I got Munchausen by proxy.
Munchausen by proxy is a mental illness and a form of child abuse, often by the mother of a child to make it seem like a child is sick or exaggerate symptoms, and Eminem has described this in songs like Cleaning Out My Closet. Eminem continues by stating,
Making you sick, don't pretend you can't hear me, you deaf girl, I said you was foxy.
Foxy is used to describe a sexually attractive woman, but this was also a play on the name of the artist Foxy Brown that suffered from hearing loss for months from late 2005 to mid-2006, and it's also important to add that she was ironically signed to Def Jam, hence the Def reference in that bar. Just after stating how him and Bizarre shared a crazy attitude, and right after requesting oral sex, Eminem adds this.
I think with my dick, so come blow my mind, and it tastes like humble pie, so swallow my pride.
Another word for performing oral sex on a man is blowing, and since M thinks with his dick, she's literally going to be blowing his mind, and humble pie in that bar is a figurative serving of humiliation, usually in the form of a forced submission, apology or retraction, and swallow my pride is Eminem implying that she should swallow. Eminem then uses a similar flow to Nicki's Looking Ass song as he name drops her.
If I let you run alongside the Humvee, and let your Nicky grab you by the wrist, let's ski.
It's no secret, Eminem and Nicki are quite cool with each other, and Eminem has even dropped some bars about what he'd like to do to Nicki on Fast Lane. And based on Eminem's rhyme scheme at the beginning of the song, this next name drop didn't come as a surprise.
So what's it gonna be? Put that shit away, Iggy. You gon' want it right whistle on me.
Remember that he's using Nicki's Looking Ass flow here to give this some extra context, and Iggy took to Twitter a few hours after the song released to voice her complaints. Despite spending 15 years at the top of the game at the time the song released, and based on what we know about Slim Shady, it's still quite astonishing that he's still able to spark controversy regularly, and this was one crazy verse overall, from the first verse to the end. It's funny that since then, Iggy has dropped off the map in hip-hop, and if you'd like to support the channel, consider donating to our PayPal at the link in the description. Thanks for watching, leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this.